Okay. First of all, very good morning to all of you. Join your hands for the prayer first. Dear Almighty God, yes, I have my problems. My life is far from the perfect. You are not done with me yet. Still, I'm also your servant. So send me to where you need me to represent the body. Let me bring your good news and the Holy Spirit to the people that hunger for your mercy, for your love. Let me give my money, my time, my talents, and my hurt until it hurts. In this way, I imitate my master, giving of myself until it hurts. If it's not yet time, then get me ready. Prepare me, form me, and when the time comes, fill me with your spirit, clear away the obstacles, and let me move forward in obedience and in love. Serving you and my neighbor gives meaning to my life. May it all honor and glorify you, O merciful, loving Lord, in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. God bless you all. So, bacha, we have already started our chapter international trade. We have covered its meaning and classification. Now, I just want to know from you what you have understand about the international trade. Can you tell me what is international trade? We have covered all this, its meaning, its classification, or and its requirement. Can you tell me what is international trade? Anyone else? Yes, girls, speak up. अरे बच्चा, हनी, खुशी, लावण्या, Radhika is here, Avneet is, Vanchika is here, Shumaira. Pick up, bacha. What is international trade? What do you have understand about this? No?
Ma'am, the trade which is conducted between two countries.
Okay. What it includes in this international trade? What comes under it? As I talked about this classification. What comes under this international trade? Now, pick up, girls. Your response much required here. Otherwise, no fun of teaching here. Bolo, bacha. We have covered the classification, even the need also. What comes under classification? Volo Banchika, you are there. Romansa is here. Myra, Prisha, speak up. If you will not speak, I think today I will not take your class. Bolo bacha. First of all, I just want to know, just on your videos, everyone. You are here or just you have on your class when some on your videos also. Yes, Gunkin Honey, on your videos. I just want to see you all. Hurry up. Radhika, on your video. Yes, Radhika, you are here. Ovneet, turn your camera on your side. Yes, Khushi. Okay. Khushi, you are there? Khushi Gupta. Manvi, Lavanya, Honey. Only 2 girls have on their video. What about all? Okay, Manvi here. Next, Gunkin is here. Lavanya is here. Next, Khushi, Honey, Vanchika, Prisha, Sukmani. Tell me, Radhika, what is the classification of international trade? Holidays
Good
mean you
morning,
forgot all. Good morning.
ma'am. Import trade, export, and entry port.
Okay. What comes under import? Import means imports means really, girls, you are really disappointing me. Well, let me tell you, as we have classified, we know that international trade means when these goods are buying and selling across the boundaries, means between the countries. That is the international trade. It is also known as the foreign trade even. It comes here in the classification. Imports are coming, where imports mean when we purchase goods from the foreign country, means our home country is purchasing goods. That is imports. And exports mean when our even home country is selling goods to the foreign countries. That is export. Whereas there is one more term, that is interport, which means when the goods are purchased for the purpose of re-export to the other country. That is called interport. So these are the 3 classifications under international trade. All we have covered all such topic about the meaning, concept, everything. Today we will discuss what kind of problems this international trade are facing. So there are so much problems these international trades are facing. Like even if we talk about international trade, it is far away. Means there is so much distance between the buyer and the seller, because buyer belongs to one country, seller belongs to another country. Although when we talk about the entreport, where there is lots of difference, because one seller is from other and middleman coming a country, that is playing a role as a middleman, because it is re-exporting, it is re-exporting goods to another countries. That is also means like distance is very much bigger problem comes under this trade. Moreover, there are so many, like there is currency problem is there, because all the countries having a different kinds of currencies, so there may have a currency issues also. So let's come up on the list of problems which are faced by these international trades. Now here we have a list. So these are the problems of international trade. First we were talking about, that is the distance, means distance between the nations, distance between the buyer and seller, which is really a very big problem in this international trade. Because when a buyer, as if we talk about internal trade, here buyer and seller belongs to the same country, and they means if some issues are to be raised by the customer, it may be directly supplied to the manufacturer unit. But here are lots of gaps comes between the buyer and the seller due to distance. Next is diversity of language, means when we trade internationally, there is so much diversification of languages are there. People are using different languages at their home countries. So there is diversity of language is becoming a problem in this foreign trade. Next, coming to the problem that is transport and the communication problem. As we know, there is lots of distance between the countries, lots of difference distance between the buyer and the seller, and to transporting or to communicating the goods from one place to another, there a difficulty comes, there a problem arises. So there may be a cost may be increased because a transportation charge is going to be high. There may be communication problem maybe arises because there a huge distance between the ultimate consumer and the producer. Next is risk of uncertainty. No doubt in this foreign trade, there is risk is always involved. As if we talk about the internal trade, there is less risk involved, but in the international market, in the international trade, as it covers a long distance, there is a huge distance, huge differences between the buyer and the seller. So it may have lots of risk and uncertainty to be under this foreign trade. Next is lack of information about foreign trades. As in the internal trade, if we talk about the home trade, there is a best way to know the information, best way to collect the information is from directly by the from the customers, and it is directly passed to the manufacturer. But in the foreign markets, in the foreign trade, there is lots of difficulty comes when when the information is to be collected from the market, because here buyer and sellers are belonging to the different nations. So that's why there is lots of problems comes to collect such information about the taste, about the preference, about the trend of the market. Next is import and export restriction. Yes, there are lots of formalities works, lots of duties charged on the import and exports. So this is a problem to export and import the goods. Next is different currencies used. As I told you, all the countries are using different currencies, and there is problem occurs when different currencies are to be traded, because one country has rupees, another one is dealing in dollar, one is dealing in pound. So all there is that currency problem is arises because different countries having a different currency using in their home country. Next is various document to be used, means there is lots of documents to be used when goods are transported from one country to the another country. There is lots of formality works are to be required. That is also a problem for the international trade. Next is study of foreign markets. As we know, if we talk about the internal market, there is less burden, there is less problem occurs to study the market, but a problem occurs when a study is to be due for the foreign markets, because it is far away from the seller, from the manufacturer. So that's why it for to study these foreign markets, there is to be lots of workload, lots of pressure to be on the marketers. So it is become a problem for the manufacturing units. So these are such problems which are faced by the international trade. Is it clear? Yes, girls. Is it clear? Okay. Now we have benefits and drawbacks of foreign trade. First, we will talk about the benefits. What are the benefits of international trade? As we talk about benefits, so these benefits are to be meant, if we talk about in the point of view of nation, So here we have listed point of view of nation and for benefiting to the business firms also. Means international trade playing a two-ways role, mean it is beneficial for the nation and for the business firms. First we will talk about the benefits to the nation. So first point is here, earning of foreign exchange. Yes, these international trade, which is also known as the foreign trade, these are helps to a country for earning the foreign exchange. Means when the goods are to be imported, what we exchange? We exchange in the foreign currency. We have to exchange the currency. So this is a method, or this is helps to earning the foreign exchange. Like when we export goods, we earn the foreign currency. When we import, we pay the hard currency, and they convert it. Are we converted in the form of, means like if we are buying something goods from the America, first we have to give convert our currency to their currency, so that we will buy such kinds of goods from the America. So in same way, when we have to export, it is to be converted in art form. So simple form me that it helps to earn the foreign exchange. Next is accelerate economic growth. Of course, when foreign trade is to be done, when goods are to be buy and sell to the nations, it will grow, or it will accelerate the economic growth. As there should be always a policy of the country that there must be always these imports should be less than the exports. This importing less goods and exporting more goods policy, it gonna be helpful to improve the economic condition of the country. It will helpful to increase the GDP of the country. So these foreign trade, these are helpful to accelerate the economic growth by having the business, by having the trading activities between the countries. Next is increase in employment. No doubt, when goods are to be sold, goods are to be transacted from one country to another, there gonna be need of more quantity to be produced, because goods are to be traded out of the country. So it will raise the employment opportunity in the manufacturing unit, because goods are to be demanded in the market, and there are going to be more units is to be produced, and when more goods is to be produced, then the more employment opportunity to be raised. So it's going to be helpful in increasing the employment opportunity. Next we have increased standard of living. Yes, these international trades, these are playing a very important role in increasing the standard of living, because those goods which are not produced by home country, and that goods are we are importing from other countries, that will be helpful to raise their standard. As we import such equipments, like we import the petrol as petrol is required for transportation facility. ठीक है ना? So these transportation facilities, these are providing such kind of facility or such kind of luxurious life to the people, or it will help to increase their standard of living. Next is optimal use of the natural resources. Yes, foreign trade, it helps all the countries that to make the optimum, to make the best possible use of the natural resources available in their country, so that there gonna be less wastage to be there, and these natural resources is to be used in a best possible way. Next is specialization. Means this foreign trade, it it provides a specialization, which gonna be this specialization, it gonna be helpful to increase the production level, to help to encourage some different kinds of goods to be produced in the market, so that the need of the different countries gonna be compete. So these are providing specialization in their work. Next is advantage of large scale production. Yes, when the goods are to be circulated all over the nations, then there gonna be large scale production is to be there. And when there is large scale production, automatically the cost of production of the goods gonna be decline. So this advantage of this international trade is that there is large scale production because goods are to be traded in all over in the foreign countries. Next is stability in the prices. Yes, this foreign trade, it always if you talk about the price, it always fluctuates, but it tries to maintain a stabilization or maintain the stable price of the goods all over the world, all over the countries where goods are to be exported. Either some may have the cost of transportation, some may have the high, some may have the low, but they have to keep the price stable. They have not to increase the price due to the cost of transportation is more in some places. They have the policy to maintain the stability in the prices. Next is the next is establishment of new industries. Yes, there are so much countries which are not developed yet, and these industries are these countries are to be developed some kind of industries. Although when we established the industries, we required plant, we required machinery, we required such machinery, equipments are to be there, and that are to be imported from another country. And also when these are to be developed and these are to be industries are to be maintained, it's gonna be produce something else, and that is to be exported. Means this international trade helps to establish new industries, because one country, one home country, if it is not possible, it is not in the hand to develop new industries, but when the equipments are to be imported from other countries, it will help them to establish the new industries in the country. Next is international cooperation and understanding. Of course, these are here the benefits of this international trade to the nation is that it is helpful to developing the cordial relationship and understanding between all the countries where these trade activities are performing, because it helps to encourage the coordination, the cordial way they have to cooperate, because they have to deal, they have to exchange the goods. So these international trade, these are its advantage is that it is helpful for cooperation and understanding the other countries are making the countries coming in the contact and cooperate to each other. Next we have the benefits. These are the benefits in the point of view of business firms. Means the international trade, it is beneficial to the business firms. First is to increase the capacity utilization. Means of course, when there gonna be huge need of the goods, when there gonna be large production, when there gonna be large quantity of goods is to be required, then it is to be beneficial for the business firm to increase their capacity, to increase their productivity, because goods are to be exported to the foreign countries. Next, it is beneficial to business firms is for prospects for higher profit, because when the goods produced by these business firms are to be exported to other countries, it will it will helpful to increase the rate of profit. So it comes under the prospects for higher profit. Next is prospects for growth. No doubt, when there are going to be huge need or huge quantity to be produced by these firms, when there are going to be need arises in the foreign market, it will helpful to grow these business firms in the home countries. Next is technological upgradation. Yes, when such techniques, such equipments, such methods are not available in the home country, that is to be taken or that is to be imported from other countries. That will helpful to maintain the quality of the goods, that will helpful to produce the better quality of the goods, and in a minimum cost of production is to be there. It will helpful to make the customer attractive, and at natural it will ultimately help to grow the business firm. So there's gonna be upgradation of technology is to be there, because new methodology can be adopted from the other countries, it can be imported. Next is improved business visions. Of course there's gonna be improvement in the business vision, because there are the new methodology, new techniques, new equipments, new facilities are to be given to the home countries by importing from the international market. It will helpful our this is going to be this is going to be a very helpful to grow this sector. It is helpful to expand, it is helpful to compete all those the industries which are in the same field. So there gonna be a improvement in the business vision, because there is such a new era is to be adopted. So these are the listed advantages, or we can simply say the benefits of the international trade. Is it clear? Yes, girls, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now here we have the disadvantages of the international trade. Now, what are the disadvantages? What are the drawbacks of this international trade? So, first we have the impediment in the development of home industries. What is impediment? Basically, it means that is that something which gonna be difficult for a person or for a thing to move on, to progress. Means there gonna be difficulty arises in the development of the home industries. Means those industries which are set up in the one's home country, there is difficulty comes to grow these that industries, because foreign goods are to be imported. So the disadvantages of the international trade is that it is it is industries, because if the foreign goods are to be imported, our people gonna be depend on the foreign goods, on the imported goods, then there is then there is less use of the goods produced by the home countries. So this is become a very big problem for the market from the home country, because it is affecting the goods which are produced by the home country. Next is economic dependence. Yes, economy of the country, it is dependent on international trade, and which is also become a disadvantages, because it should not be as much for if we talk about the countries which are not developed yet, it becomes problem for them, because if they're gonna be dependent on the goods which are to be imported from other countries, it will not helpful to raise their GDP, because GDP gonna be always affected when there is less import and more exports. This policy gonna be helpful to increase the GDP. But when these underdeveloped countries, when it gonna be it gonna be purchased only, it gonna be in state of only importing the goods, then they're gonna be dependency occur in the international trade. Means they're gonna be dependent on them. They will not set up, or they will not produce goods in their home country. That becomes the disadvantages of international trade. Next is political dependence. Yes, these foreign trades, these are and these are really dependent on the politicians, on the political state of the country. So um, there are so much, like if we talk about, there is these international trade. It encourages the this slavery part, because they become the slavery of the politician. Where political dependency is another disadvantage of this international trade. Next is misutilization of natural resources. When there is misuse of natural resources available in one's country at a time, sometimes if it is not used in a best possible way, if it is not used in an optimal way, then there gonna be a situation arise where these resources gonna be short. So scarcity of resources gonna be occur. So in this foreign this advantage is that there is misutilization of the natural resources that become a problem, or that become also a cause for economic downfall of the country also. So there must be a perfect utilization, but misutilization, it becomes the disadvantages for the international trade. Next is import of harmful goods. Means those goods which are harmful, like the importing drugs, importing the luxurious items that is affecting the economy of the country. So means those goods which are harming to the economy of the country, to the country which is importing goods, that that is become the disadvantages of the international trade. Next is shortage of goods. Of course, when if we export goods to satisfy the rest of the world need, and there is shortage comes in the home country, and a situation arises, in, and situation arises where we can simply say, when goods are to be exported to foreign countries, and there may be scarcity occurs, a shortage occurs in the home country. So in that way, it becomes a disadvantage of the international. Next is danger to internal peace. Of course, when the goods gonna be purchased from foreign markets, when our people of country gonna be depend on the foreign goods, they're gonna be danger to the internal peace. Mean the peace between the industries which are set up in the home country, they're gonna be in a danger situation, because goods, because the people are to be dependent on the imported goods, and when they will not use the goods produced in the home countries, then their peace gonna be disturbed. So it is danger to this internal peace of the industry set up in the home country. So that becomes a disadvantages for the international trade. Next we have world's war. So these foreign trade, as there is lots of competition in the foreign market. So there is so much world war arises when, means when there is no peace, when people are only dependent gonna be on the imported goods. So there may be a war type situation maybe arises. So is that is why the, by disturbing the peace of the internal, by the home country. So this is the disadvantages of the home international trade. And last point is hardship in times of war. Now we know that these foreign trades, these are means these are providing our countries to exchange the goods and services. So during this hardship time, during the war time, these relationship, these relationship with the countries where the goods are to be imported and exported, that at that time here hardship is to be there, because there a hard time is to be there to get goods from the other countries. So that is become the um, problem, or that is become a drawback of this international trade. So these are the listed disadvantages of internal trade. Up to this, if you have any kind of doubt, you can ask.
No, ma'am.
Everybody clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, bacha, you want to ask me something? Anyone else?
No.
No, ma'am.
Okay, bacha. So, in the next, we will talk about the export trade. Okay? So, till now,
Ma'am.
so shall I close?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, bacha. Good day.